Tiffany.
Hi. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
How was your talk?
Good. It was really nice. I like getting up and educating, right? Like it's all about what is the next step and how can we educate people.
I know, you were natural. I'm like, I've got a speech coming up at 2 p.m. presentation. I'm like, I haven't done one in years now. Right?
Yeah, it was hard. Or you do it on Zoom and it just doesn't, you feel like you're talking to nobody.
Right? Yeah.
Can't see anybody.
Exactly. No prep. I think I spent like 2 days just prepping for it. And I'll still do prep.
I look forward to seeing it.
Tell me a bit about what you guys specialize in.
So we obviously do offshore recruitment, but one of our taglines is offshoring reimagined. And so it's a real big look at the human perspective and understanding that it's not just about hiring talent over there and thinking that they're going to take over major functions of your business with zero to no effort. It's about how can we make sure we're recruiting the right talent and talent that wants the role that you're about to place them in.
I find one of the biggest reasons for failure with the whole offshoring side, especially in the accounting field, is what you said before. They just kind of hire them and hope that they just do their task or take over business function. Why do you think accounting firms or other businesses have this kind of perception that just because they're offshore, I don't need to really train them, skill them up in anything, have the right systems? Why is that?
Do you know what? I don't think it's just offshore. I think it's everywhere. I think it's recruitment in general, and I think it's very much come from a perspective of the employer used to have the upper hand, and employees needed jobs and they wanted security, and they really just valued working for someone that they knew that they would get to go to work every day and they would be confident in that. Now the world is changing, and we're coming through a stage of millennials who want instant gratification, but they also want to feel like they're changing the world.
Yes, meaning.
Meaning. I need to have meaning in what I do. And so if you as an employer aren't providing that level of meaning and aren't giving them a roadmap to what their potential looks like, you lose them. And I don't think that's just offshore. I think absolutely the stigma is probably worse, and I think it probably happens more, but because they're not in your face. You know, Philippines particularly are a lot quieter.
That's what I was going to say. There's a cultural issue. Like if I'm in the office and I'm in Aussie, I'm like,
I don't want to do this.
Well, and also I'll be like, what should I be doing?
Yes.
What's next? Like, also I have no idea what to do with this. Can you help me out? Whereas I find, like, I've got a team in the Philippines as well, and it's like, you know, they're not going to say much. And then there's like, so is the task done? Not exactly. We kind of tried. So I find there is that cultural
There is a
divide.
cultural difference, yeah. And you've got to play that to your strengths. And I spoke about a couple of ways to do that in the presentation, you know, really how you get instructions to them, screen recording, communication is key, but also building an environment and a culture that they're happy to talk up. My team now don't stop talking, right? But it's about building that and making sure it's a safe space for them to do that and not shutting them down. If they say they need help, give them the help that they need, because then they'll come back for help.
And check in, right?
Absolutely.
And have those systems and processes.
They don't just sit over there. They want human contact, right? Like they're humans. They're not in another planet. They're here, and they want human perspective.
So if accounting firms wanted to either try again, for some of them try and fail, or given the talent shortage in Australia and there's a much bigger pool of candidates that are willing and grateful for the opportunity to try.
Yes.
How would they go about doing that? Like, what would be some of the steps that you recommend they take?
First step internally, get your job description down pat. And I don't just mean I need them to do this and I need them to do this and I need them to do this. Really define what it is that you want in a candidate. There are some must-haves. It might be they have to be Xero certified as an example, and then some really nice-to-haves. And also look at it from culture. You know, who are we looking for? Do we want someone who just wants to come in and do data entry? Or are we looking for someone that, as we start to hire a bigger pool of talent, they can start managing the team? And it really just gives them that next step. And then get help, right? Like, why are you trying to do all this yourself? There's people out there that specialise in this, such as me at Access Offshoring, but we know how to recruit. It's all we do. We specialise in lining up the right candidate with the right client. Get help. It's not expensive.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael.